Thank you. Now heading over to the State House, lawmakers are close to finalizing the new state budget, including a number of provisos regulating things like cell phones in schools and book access at libraries. Our Josie Frost is at the State House with more on how the budget and how community members say it will impact children and students statewide.
The conference committee is still working on solidifying the requirements for schools and state agencies to receive funding. Among those requirements, schools will have to put a stop to phones during class time, and libraries will have to vet which books are appropriate for kids.
This is a step forward for teachers and getting back some respect in the classroom.
Sherry East is the president of the South Carolina Education Association.
And being back to being the authority figure in your classroom and not being disrespected by student behavior.
She says while she's glad the state will now be creating a mandated policy getting rid of cell phones in schools, she would like to see how they plan to enforce it.
You know, is it really going to stick, or is it like throwing spaghetti on the wall? Is it, you know, other states have done it and districts here have done it, and the results have been positive. Like, yes, it's much better to restrict the cell phones in the classroom.
That proviso, along with several others, have been the subject of an ongoing debate over the next state budget. Along with the cell phone restrictions, the conference committee tasked with finishing the budget also added in a requirement for public libraries. The proviso would make libraries restrict certain books of prurient interest to those under 17. Angela Craig is the director of the South Carolina Library Association.
But then if you dive into the definition of prurient interest, there are things that would fall under, for example, health literacy, books for children that talk about potty training or about, menstruation, and those are scaled appropriately for each age group.
She says public libraries already have systems to vet books for kids.
This proviso is trying to be one size fits all, but that we are not one size fits all when it comes to public libraries. We're very community calibrated, and what might work in one county may or may not work in another county.
Lawmakers are still working to finish the state budget, which will likely continue into next week. Reporting at the State House, Josie Frost, News 19. WLTX.
Josie, thank you so much. Once the budget is finalized, it will go into effect on July 1st.